Hey, good morning, family. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John. Here we are on a, Thursday? Heading into what's going to be kind of a weird week, unfortunately, because I'm going to be gone next week. As you know, I've been talking about this. I got a business trip I got to do. So next week's shows, I'm not sure how I'm going to work it because I'm going to be over in California without a table, obviously, and I can do some wind crap stuff, but I'm not sure about schedule. So I'll let you know probably day of each day when it's going to be. But anyway, thanks for being here, and let's get started. Let's just jump right to the table and do our daily paycheck. So far, again, we're on a third strategy, our third week of trying this. The first week we did the jackalope, it did great. Little bit of a grind. It's a long running strategy. Last week we got our ass kicked. This week, Smarty Pants so far is this is going to either win you $500 quickly, or it's going to lose you $8,000, $9,000 quickly. Either one. It's not going to be a long runner. So let's go ahead and start with that one this morning. And again, I'll remind you, if you want to play along, here's the Crapsee code. Let's go to this screen here. There's your Crapsee code is here. It's M4F4Z2. You can find that in the in the description of our video. That code's in there as well. So if you're playing along with Crapsee, I'm getting better at it. It is what it is. It's a lot going on when you're throwing and having to enter in numbers in two spots. And here's the thing. I make my Crapsee here at $1. It's a bubble craps machine. It buys you in for $100 automatically. You can increase your bet to whatever you want. Buy in for any amount you want, bet whatever amount you want. The ATS is on there for the normal amount, 35 to 175. And of course, just don't cheat. I mean, I'm never going to show your scores anyway. You can look at each other's totals if you want to, but this is for practice, right? If you want to practice your strategies against live rolls, that's what it's for. It's not here to see who can quickly post bet the fastest. Just do your thing, play it normal. I'm going to do my best to be fast with the numbers because it takes me a while to do them both. I'm working every day at getting better, so I have to enter in the numbers twice. Forgive me if that takes a hot minute to get done. With that said, let's go back over there and let's play it out. I'm going to get my screens all set up here. Let's see. There's I think we're on, by the way, we're on roll number 1086, which is kind of cool if you think about it. I said I was going to do 30,000 rolls, right? We're doing 30,000 rolls, and 10,000 of them are going to be here in the morning show. As every day we roll 100 or so shots. I'm doing my controlled shooting sort of data gathering 10,000. And I got 10,000 where I'm going to try to make money with it. I think it's fascinating. We're going to talk about that today. Here we go. Our first foray here is going to be 204 across. Okay, very common bet. Let's not forget how this works. It's going to be bases of a quarter, 35 on the 5 and 9, and 42 on the 6 and 8. What does that mean? That means every bet pays 50 for one. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick bank loan here. We're going to take, I'll take $10 out of the bank, put it in my tip rack over here. We will pay ourselves 50 for one every time. The don't pass side of it's going to be $100 to start on the don't. Should we lose, we marty up. We marty up from 100 to 300 over in here. I shorted myself in the rack there. And oh, Crapsee's mad at me already. There we go. Let's get the table restarted. There we go. Okay. And we're going to marty these bets here up from 204 to, 1,400? From 1,400 to 7,500 if we lose. Okay. We're going to be working these bets on the come out. Again, to come out martingale. We're looking to win up in here. If we win here or lose here, it is what it is. I think we're going to be in good shape. Let's go. Roll it out. I'll explain as we go. First shot. Here we are. Coming out to a 3-2-5. 3-2-5 is going to be the first point. Let's log that in. That's a 3-2-5. Over here, hold on, that's not actually on screen, so give me a second here. All right, there it is. Now it's going to be 3-2-5. Sorry about that. My cursor wasn't in the right spot. 3-2-5. All right, so point's going to be 5. We're going to get paid, like I said, 50 for one. We're looking here to get 2 hits. I want to get $100 out of every shooter if I can do it. Okay, there's the first 50 right there. We will accept your buy-in request, whoever that was. So that's 1 hit in the books. 1 more hit, the bets will go off. Matter of fact, I think my off lammer next to me so we know. There's number 1. Number 2. Number 2 is a hard 10. It's 10 the hard way. I'm gonna go ahead and log that in. Crapsee, there's a 5-5 hard 10. There's a 5-5 hard 10 for the roll tracker. Again, pays 50 for 1. So far, we've been getting pretty lucky here. 50 for 1. We haven't PSO'd yet, luckily. And again, we got $100 in the bank on the way to our goal of 500. We have 100 in, looking for 500. Our bets are off now until the next come out roll. We took our 2 hits, we're out. Let the don't pass bet do its thing. Get your bets in, dice are out. Now you guys can make some money on this shooter, hopefully. We are gonna be at a 3-3. That's a hard 6. And again, we're off. We're just looking for big red for this strategy. All right, let's get our bets in. Here we go. Dice are going to be out. It's going to be a 9. 5, 4, and a 9. 5 and a 4 make 9. Let's log that in. 5, 4. 5, 4. Okay. Still waiting for something to happen. All right, our next roll. Get your bets in. Get your bets in. The next roll is going to be 2 aces. Aces in both places. It doesn't affect us at all. Just waiting for a resolution. And there's a resolution. I'm going to log that in for you in Crapsee here. It's a 5-2-7. 5-2-7. There's the dice. Our don't pass bet just flat out pays. No martingale required yet. And in fact, we're in profit. We may not need to. I made Marty anyway, just to kind of increase the profits. But here we go, puck's off. Coming back out. Bets are on for the come out. We're gonna fight the come out 7 here. Rebuy requested. You want to reduce your bankroll. Okay, Jeff, there you go. You're in. All right, get your bets in. I'm coming out. Here we go. That is a come out 6. 4-2, 6 easy. So your point's going to be a 4-2-6, a 4-2-6 over there. That's going to pay again for 1, $50. That's hit number 1. Puck is on the 6. We're hot for one more rollout here. Here we go. Get your bets in. Dice are going to be out. 5-5, hard 10. So far, I'm making this look easy. 5-5, that's a hard 10. Here we go. 5 and a 5. A 5 and a 5. Hard 10 for $1. Pays $50. Let's bring that back to the rack. Our rack right now has got, it looks to me like $300. Oh, geez. We had the 100 from the don't pass, and we've gotten, so far, 4 wins of 20. That's 300 in profit right there. So we're doing good. Our bets will be off. Now we're just fighting the 6, right? We're looking for big red. You're looking for better numbers. Here we go. 6, 2, 8 easy. 8 easy. It would be really nice if crud. It's actually a 6, 2. If Crapsee would just give me a simple no more bets button that I could press before I rolled, all the cheating problems go away. It's a very simple problem to solve. All right, so there we are. We're 6, 2, 8. Next roll is coming out. Dice are out. It's going to be a 6, 4, 6, 4, 10. 6 and a 4. That's a 10. 6, 4, 10. Did it log in? It did log in. All right, here we go. Let's get it. 3 and a 1. 3 and a 1. Get your bets in for the next time. It's 3, 1, 4. Come on. It's not the bets. It's a 3, 1. 3 and a 1. All right. We're just waiting for something to happen. Either it's going to be a 6 or it's going to be a 7. Let's see what goes on here. I need a 7, right? My bets are off. We're just going to wait this bad boy out and see what happens. All right. Dice are out. Bets in. That's going to be a 6, 3, 9 Nina. 6, 3. There's that. There's the 6, 3. Let me log it here. Pretty good roll. Looks like we got the point set in $5 numbers. That's okay. $5 numbers will make you money. Here we go. Dice are out. Get your bets in. 5, 3, 8. The easy way, the 5, 3, 8. That's going to be a 5, 3, 8 easy. You guys are making money on this roller. I love it. Everybody but me is making money right now. But that's okay. The strategy is what it is. You got to be disciplined. 4, 2, 6. We lose our don't. Okay, 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. That's great. Good for you all. 4, 2, 6. I'm sure you all made money on that. We lose our don't pass. Now, we're in profit $300. There's no need to martingale. There's no need for it because we're already up in money. However, no, I'm going to follow the plan. I would say the DGen in me wants to go ahead and just up the bet. So there's an acceptance of a rebuy. I'm going to go ahead and do the right thing here and just pull from profit the $100 instead of martingaling. The thing of it is this. I look at these two systems as this is a martingale, this is a martingale. You're doing two separate ones at the same time. They should operate independently. Overall, we're in profit. I'm kind of torn here because, again, Marties are tough anyway. You're always fighting it. It seems to me like the don't pass lost. The don't pass is even. No need to Marty with it. I feel like we should do this. Go with a 1 unit bet out here. Although I really want to take the 3 and go for it. Let's do 1 unit like we should. Get your bets in. Here we go. Dice are out. I hope I explained my reasoning there well enough, but there's no need to Marty. Now, had we Martied, we'd have been in great shape. Okay, there's aces on the come out, right? Had we Martied it up, we'd have been in great shape. We didn't. There's a 1 unit win on the don't. Nothing happens up here with the box. By the way, these are on, okay? So we're back at our $300 profit with $100 in play. Same as before. We've recovered our money. Would have been super nice though to have that bigger bet. Here we go. Dice are out. Get your bets in. And we're back. We are back up on the 5, 1, 6. That's a 5 and a 1. Pays 50 for 1. Okay, there's going to be $400 or it's $350 actually. It pays a little bit. Bets are going to be on still for one more roll. Let's get one more crack at this thing. Here we go, 5, 1, 6. One inside number. That's all we need. Hey, there it is, 5, 4, 9. And we're going to be where we were yesterday in a second here. 5, 4, 9. That's a 5 and a 4. That's a 9. That pays, again, for $1. It pays $50. Our rack right now has our 204 is safe. I can go back in the rack. Okay. We have $1, 2, 3, $400 in profit, $500, right? If we win on this bet. Okay. We have options here. We can guarantee a win, right? If we go ahead and place the 6 for like $90. Okay. The worst that happens is we either win $10 over there, or we're going to win $5 over here, okay? Or you can just let it play itself out. I think we just let it play itself out. I'm going to let this bet just run itself through instead of trying to hedge it out and do something weird with it. I can show you what it looks like, and we can actually, let's do it. Let's just take the 204 down, and we'll hedge ourselves up. I'll show you what that looks like because I think it's an important play to be able to consider. There's $90, okay? Right now, we're going to put ourselves in a spot. If we left this bet out here, okay, we're either going to win $10 if this bet wins, or we're going to win $5 if this bet wins. It doesn't lock anything up for us, right? At this point, it doesn't lock anything up. I don't want to do that. I don't think that's the smart play at this point. I think we're going to have to leave these all out here and let this whole thing play out one more resolution. That's the way I want to play. I don't think it's time yet. We aren't locked with 500 in here to where that move makes sense until we have one more resolved bet. So we'll be off. We're going to play the 6 against the 7. We're going to see what happens. There's a 9, 5 and a 4. I trust my instincts here on this. And I don't think it's time to hedge yet. We aren't quite at goal. I don't think it's time to Marty yet. We're in profit. So we're just going to play this thing out and hopefully just get a simple resolution and be done with it. There's a 1-1. Get your bets in, please. Aces in both places. That's a quick one. All right. I'll give you a second here to get your bets in. I'll call dice out in a second. Here we go. Dice are out. Looking for a big red, baby. Come on. Nope. Didn't get it. We did get this, though. A 6-3-9 Nina. So again, y'all that are betting up in the box, look at you. Look at you go. I don't know why. Let's see, the point is 6. You had 9-9-2-9. That's not bad right there. 3 nines in a short series. Okay, get your bets in. Dice are going to be out. Here we go. Oh boy, knocked all my stuff over. There's an ace deuce. Knocked over my bets on the 6 there. My chips are super, super slick. So let's get that ace deuce logged in. 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3. Okay, here we go. Let's make it happen. Let's make it rain. Nope. Nobody's gonna like this one. I don't think. Unless you're the see a horn, bet a horn kind of person. Hope your bets are in. Here we go. That's gonna be a 6 and a 6. That's a 12. So if you're a see a horn, bet a horn, you went from a 3 to a 12. You probably did okay. That's actually 3 horn numbers in the last 4 rolls. Trending with live dice for the win. Okay, get your bets in. Here we go. Dice are out. And we got a hard 4 for the hard way, trying really, really hard here. That's a 2, 2, 4. Doesn't affect me at all up here. I'm just looking for big red. Let's get your bets in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Dice are out. That's a 4, 1, 5. Don't post bet that. It's a 5. I called it out quick because I trust you. It's a 4, 1. I know it says 4, 2 there on the screen, on the table. That rolled when I brought it up. It's a 4, 1. 4, 1, 5. All right, here we go. Get your bets in. Get your bets in. Going once, going twice. Dice are going to be out. Oh boy, we're just gonna have a nice long roll, it looks like. We're gonna make you all money. That's a 3, 1, 4. 3 and a 1, 4. 3 and a 1, that's a 4. Again, we're still off. We had our 2 hits and down. We're just looking to fight the 6 here. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, bets in, dice are out. Here we go. Another one. Wow, look at that. Look at that. I'll move them where you can see them. There's another one of those. Interesting. Interesting roll. Here we go. Roll now. It's a 6, 6, a midnight. I will not sing the song. Let Waylon do that. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Get your bets in. Dice are going to be out. Here we go. Oh, no, I dropped them. Man down. Man down. On the floor they go. It's going to be another box hit. Looks like a 6 and a 4 to me. It's a 6 and a 4 to you. That should pay out here on the 10. Again, we're still off. Conservative. It's a conservative martingale, right? 2 and down, wait it out. We're at 450 right now. We're doing really, really solidly. Here we go. Dice are out. And we have a, looks like, let's see where the other die, there it is. All right, it's a 4, 4, hard 8. 4, 4, hard 8. 4, 4. All right, let's get a resolution here. Come on. Dice are out. Get your bets in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Ah, darn it. We got beat. We got beat. You probably made money. That's a 5-1 mixer. All right. Don't pass falls. 5-1 mixer. Don't pass falls. And now we're back in that situation again, right, where we've got 400 in profit, but we're down in the don't pass Marty, okay? We should, if we're smart, come out with a single unit because we are in profit, okay? Last time we did that, we hit the come out craps. This time we do it, we could be Martying up. I kind of feel like I want to go a little bit degen here. I want to try it like this with the 3 units martingale. We lost that bet. we're basically, the don't pass essentially is even, right? We won 1, lost 2. We're essentially even for that. Let's go ahead and power it up a little bit and let that thing play. These will be on, okay? Let's see, the 516. I think the roll tracker's wrong. Yeah, the roll tracker's wrong. I must have forgot a number in the roll tracker, but the Crapsee's right. We are off on the puck. Get your bets in. These are on. Don't pass is working. Let's get it done. Hard 4. 2-2. The 2-2 hard 4. All right, here we go. We're going to go with this. A 2 and a 2. It's a hard 4. We're going to log that in. That pays $50 for 1. These are still on. I'm going to slide that profit chip over. Now we're at $450 in profit in the rack. All right. One more hit. Let's go. 4-2. Bets are in, please. That's a 5-4-9. This is taking longer than it did the other day. We have a little bit of this long roll here. Kind of messes things up with a strategy like this, 5-4-9. But again, for $1, that pays 50. And if I look at my rack, I've got technically $500, quote unquote, in profit, $300 out here. This has to resolve for us positively for us to be okay. Here we go. Coming out. Get your bets in. That's a 5-1 mixer. 5-1, the mixer. We're gonna fight the 6, or we're fighting the 4. I didn't put the puck up. We're fighting the 4. There is a, did I put the 6 in? I didn't. 5-1. I think I did miss 1 on the roll tracker. So the roll tracker thinks 6 is the point. I got something screwed up in there. But that 5-1-6, we're off here, so it doesn't matter for us. We're just playing the 4 against the 7 right now. Here we go. Get your bets in. Dice are coming out. All right, that is I'll bring them up so you can see them. That's a 5 and a 4. We're rolling a lot of 9s today. 5-4-9. 5-4-9. Okay. Get your bets in. Okay, be a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Dice are out. There's a 4 and a 1. That's the 5. 4-1. There it is. 4-1-5. All right. Let's get your bets in. And here we go. Hey, we did it. We did our job. There it is. There's the 4-2, or 4-3 rather, 4-3-7. That's a 4-3-7. I think this is the right move here. I think even though you're not, I think that losing that bet means it has to Marty unless it itself is in profit, and it wasn't in profit, it was even. So that wins $300 down here on the end. Let's get the rack reset. We'll put our $300 in. We'll put $100 in front. Bring $300 back as profit. The 204, of course, is secure and safe. Again, we didn't PSO once today, which means these bets did their job every single time. We actually avoided disaster. I don't think we've had a martingale to place bets but once since this whole week. We've been lucky with it so far. There's our full bankroll on the place bets. There's our full bankroll on the don't. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 in profit today. Not a bad morning. Not a bad morning. So far, so good. The Smarty Pants strategy has been paying us well every day. We've made our bonus every day, or our goal every day, without sweating, which is kind of cool. Now, you know we're going to get beat on that thing. At some point, we're going to roll the Come Out 7 series that's going to take $9,000 from us, but so far, so good. You know, the idea here, and again, I think Duracell is probably explaining this in chat. I don't know how this works, or how he's doing that, but the idea behind a Marty like this really is you're going to do it and do it and do it. You're going to win $500 pretty easily most days, like we're doing here. You're going to get burned for 9K. The thing is, you got to win 10,000 before you lose the 9,000. Like that's kind of like, that's sort of how that goes. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the risk that you run with a high bankroll Marty right there. So he's saying if I hadn't turned the bets off, I would have won 600. You're right about that. I think, I'm not sure when we talked about this over Slack. If it was keep going, I think you keep playing those inside bets, and I'm going like, two and down, playing it super carefully. We could certainly be letting those things go 50 for one or half pressing the whole time. There's definitely a world in which that 204 across makes a bunch of money. Today would have been a great day for that. Honestly, it takes 4 hits to get your $200 back, essentially. So, here's the thing. Let me get back to the other screen. I do want to talk about this. I think it's very important we talk about it. Let's go here. On the Crapsee screen, we'll talk about it. So here's the thing with the Martys. You know me, right? When I Marty, like I'm doing here, I up the backing bet, right? Normal martingale, I just double your loss. So 100 goes to 200. I go 100 to 300 because I want to double my loss plus a unit. Same thing with the place bets, right? We lose a 204. I go out there heavy, right? I go out there at 1,400 so that I'm bringing back an extra 100 in profit when the Marty hits. I guess the question for you is, martingaling is a tool, right? We do like the jackalope strategy. We're at the 4 and 10 laid, and hitting the 4 and 10 triggers those inside bets. I like the trigger. I like it when the 4 and 10 get knocked down. It gives me a chance to play the inside bets and increase their thing. In a martingale like this, I actually kind of look forward to when the martingale hits, when I need to martingale up, because that gets my bets really high really fast. It gives me a chance to win that extra kind of bonus money. I kind of dig that. That's why I go 2 and down, 2 and wait, because I'm just looking for a quickie, if that makes sense. And again, it's a philosophical thing, right? This is the way that I decided to play it. But I think that's an interesting play there. This is a fun one. It's fake money, so it's fun. A good little adrenaline rush in the morning. All right, let me switch gears with you here, and we haven't done a daily dose of DI in a while, so let me switch over to that real quick. Let's see here. Let's close this down and go here. And here's a question for you. And I'm going to share my screen to talk to you about this in a minute, but I want to talk about randomness. Okay, so in our daily dose of DI, the topic of randomness came up from the guy, Myopia Movie, who's doing all the math, right? The guy's a mathematics professor. He knows his math. He's taking all the rolls, he's doing all the algorithms and telling me where we are. He's like, you're so close to random. It's crazy out of 1,200 rolls, just how close to random you actually are. And if you look at it, he's pretty much right. I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to go into the numbers just a teeny tiny bit, not really the numbers, but I want to show you some results. I want to talk about what controlled random is. And I think I'm going to illustrate for you what my goals are by where I currently am. So let me switch to the view here that shows you the full screen. And let me dial in. Let me switch over here to the report screen. And this is the reporting screen for the morning practice show, the morning show. This is the reporting screen over here. This is the nighttime practice show. I'm going to show you a couple of things. Okay. First of all, the nighttime practice show, if you look at the bar chart here, the bell curve looks just like random, or like random should be. Everything is kind of, look at these. They're all so close to each other. There's a couple of outliers, right? I'm throwing less 8s than I should. I'm throwing less 7s than I should. I'm throwing a few less 6s than I should. But essentially, at night, on my controlled shooting, I look very much like random. In fact, my box number ratio is within 1 of where it should be after 1,200 rolls. My inside numbers are lagging by just 20 rolls. So we're really, really close to where we should, quote unquote, be on a random. In the morning, these completely just me hucking the dice down here, we're basically on the point. We're essentially random. Like everything here is exactly where it should be. There's almost no deviations. Here's where the controlled shooting piece comes in, right? Check this out. I want you to look at this. In the morning, on the completely random hucking them tosses, okay? Here's where I'm going to put my glasses on. Here's where the rubber hits the road. The red here, this is the number of box hits per shooter, okay? And these are actually reduced by 1. So the red is actually 0, not 1, because it counts the point being set. I'm not counting the points being set, okay? So 0 box hits, 1 box hit, 2 box hits. We don't make money, right? To my way of thinking, until box hit number 3. Box hit number 3 should be your strategy's kind of break even, let's go for it kind of point. We don't hit that until almost halfway. Almost half the rolls do not get to box hit number 3 in a random shooting thing, okay? And again, the bell curve looks perfect. On the evening show, where I'm doing a controlled toss, again, my bell curve looks exactly like random. My distribution is exactly what you would expect random to be. However, I'm at box hit number 3 here. I'm getting there at about maybe the 20, this is probably about, I don't know, 25 or 30%, maybe a little more than 30%. About 30% of the time I'm not there, but about 70% of the time I am. Whereas over here on the random, it's about half. So have we moved the needle in a controlled random? It is completely random. I'm throwing controlled, but I'm getting more box hits more often. I'm getting to box hit 3 more often by a pretty significant factor. That's a good 10 or 15% of the time more than we should. That's an interesting little thing right there. If you look at the overall roll length, the same thing, right? The Mendoza line here is 8, or actually it's 8, right? 8 rolls is where you ought to be, right? SRR, well, I guess 6 is where the SRR is, right down here. At about half the time, we get to a roll length of 6. Randomly, we get to a roll length of 6. We actually don't get it until after halfway. So it's about 45% of the time we get to roll 6. So yeah, I think it's not a big shift, right? It's a small, and I think Duracell will be the first one to tell you this in chat, and you better back me up, bud. It doesn't take much. In a controlled shot, it doesn't take much to make a big impact, right? We're about 1 or 2% off of quote unquote random in terms of the groupings of numbers. Look at the variance that is. A couple of percentage points is a big deal. And getting to, I'm on the practice one, the controlled shot, getting to roll 4, 15 or 10% of the time more often than you would with a completely random toss, that's a huge deal. That means I'm betting the 320 across that Greg came up with, right? All these 320 strategies. On 3 hits, I'm in profit. Over here on the randomly, 3 hits, I'm not getting there. That's an interesting takeaway. Now check this out. And again, what I'm really looking for, you know this, is face tracking, okay? One of the variants that I'm trying to create with the controlled toss, how come I can't get there, is how many times am I seeing 6s and 1s, right? I'm setting the dice, 1, 6, 1, 6. I'm throwing them, trying to control the faces, okay? In my evening work, my controlled shooting, here's where we are. The bottom or top is 46.6%, which means I get one of them is a 6 or a 1, the other one is something else. Okay, that's the dream scenario, right? This should happen 44% of the time. Some 2.6% above the expectation. Actually, I think it's 44.4. We're at 46.6, so we're 2.2% over expectation on bottom or top, not both. Okay. The other ones here are at 22 and 24 for the top only or the bottom only. Look at the difference of this: 46.6% to the random shooter. Morning show randomness, 44.77. It should be 44.44. We are exactly random in the morning, which what you'd expect, right? This is top or bottom. That means 6 or 1. This is only reporting on the 6s and 1s. So pure random is exactly where it ought to be. Controlled random is exactly where I want it to be. So I'm upping it a little bit. Okay. So my question to go back is this: is controlled random a reality? I would say to you, kinda. Right? My bell curve, my distribution of numbers is basically what it ought to be. It is exactly what you'd expect the random distribution of numbers of 6s, numbers of 8s, numbers of 9s, numbers of 4s to be. It's exactly where it is, what it should basically be. However, my groupings have been different. My nighttime groupings have been, more often than not, I'm not PSOing. More often than not, I'm getting 3 in the roll versus my random shot. It's interesting that the same number of rolls and the same distribution comes to you in different clumps, different clusters of outcomes. And I've been talking about the clustered outcomes for a year now, and I'm starting to see it. Again, it's a small variation. It's not a variant that's like 15% of the time I'm awesome. It's 2. But you can make 2% work for you if you're betting smart, and it's actually repeatable. I'm 1,000 rolls in. I got 20,000 rolls to go. So we're not quite there yet. I think it's definitely interesting. In old number 7, my friend Bob, chicken feeders always had the longest rolls. We don't want to call them chicken feeders, but folks that are throwing it without trying to make any kind of a set, I say this all the time, those folks do have a lot of long rolls. And if you look, actually, here's more supportive evidence of that. To go back to the reporting screen, this will be interesting for you. To support that point, I say to you all the time, the random thrower is more likely to throw 2 and 50 than the controlled shooter is. Look at the numbers, okay? The random shooter, my morning show, right? We've got 16 zeros, right? PSO 16 times. And again, we're only getting 3 rolls long in this segment here. But look at the roll lengths, right? We've got a lot of zeros, we got a lot of whatevers, and we got this 32, 33, 30, these huge ass rolls we've had in the morning, these amazing long runs. A 38 roller, a 33, and a 32, that's fantastic, right? We actually have 2 of those. My controlled shooting, look at my roll lengths over here, right? Less PSOs relative to the number of points that we set, and my top is only 32, and I've only got it once. Like these big, long, awesome rolls here, the 21, 32, they don't happen very often for me. In my controlled shots, most of my rolls are in the butter zone here. Most of my rolls are in the 6 to 15 range, like I want them to be. I'm not seeing the big rolls on my controlled. The random shooter is seeing more big rolls and more small rolls. And therein lies the dichotomy between pure random and controlled random. And I think I'm getting into this mindset here where it's kind of a controlled random thing. I'm seeing the right pie chart or the right bar graph, the right roll distribution, but I'm seeing different clusters. Fascinating. Again, we're 1,000 rolls in. There's nothing definitive yet. Nothing here is significant until we have much more numbers. And I have an actual math guy run algorithms on this thing. But for right now, my eyes are showing me we're making a little bit. We're moving the needle ever so slightly. And I think that's kind of cool. And I'm proud of how that's going actually. So there is that. All right, let's see. 555 says controlled RAM is not reality show. Well, I'm not going to live long enough to throw a million rolls, Greg. I'm sorry, I can't do it. But I've been consistently above expectations since the first day I started this thing. Not by a lot, by a percentage or 2, and I think that's okay. So I feel like we're doing all right. Clusters are the key, says old number 7. I agree with you there. And yeah, I think we're all good. JR says local fluctations above and below standard deviation. Again, we're hovering above and below. It's almost like when you do in win craps when I run like a pass line with odds or pass line without odds as a long running simulation, and you'll see that you're basically even. You're going to lose that 1% over the course of time, but you're up, down, up, down, up, down. Those little variations that you see. What I'm seeing here is that we kind of go up a little bit and we stay above the line. That's what this feels like to me. Anyway, it's early. I'm crowing about how great I am. I'm not that great. I just think it's interesting that we're starting to see a little tiny bit of separation, and it's been consistently separated. So anyway, that's that. We'll talk more about that when we get deeper into the count. I think 10,000 and the next 10,000 are going to tell us a better story. Right now, it's only 1,000, so there's not much of a story to tell. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny story. Yeah, you're right. It's not reliable information yet. It's interesting information, and it's food for thought. Okay, that's why I put the question out there. I'm never going to just give you there it is, right? It's food for thought from me. So there it is, Greg. Hope that makes some sense, what I'm trying for and what I'm seeing and why I'm so stoked about going back out there tonight and doing it again. All right, let's move ahead. I want to talk about pressing a little bit. So we talked yesterday briefly because I had the hard stop at 8:30. Let's get into phase 3 a little bit. And I was talking through this last night when I was doing my practice throws. And I want to get to phase 3, and I want to talk to you all about what does phase 3 look like and what are the options that we've got. And here on screen, I'm giving you these options, right? One is going to be, your option number 1 is going to be get even, stay even, right? Phase 2, show that little profit. Phase 1 is get even. Phase 2 is show me a tiny profit. Phase 3, where you make your money, okay? I'm doing phase 3 with 5 box sets now. If I can get 5 box hits, and the last 2 being inside hits, we can get to phase 3 in 5 rolls. Okay, I'll show you how that works in a minute. But you've got choices. When you get past phase 2 and you've got your little bit of profit and your money's out there, you have all these ways to play. And I think as a strategy builder, this is where I want you to be thinking. Okay, you can play for the home run. Okay, and again, I'll show you an option. We go from 330 or 320 down to 160 for free. You're going for the home run. You're trying for the long roll. You're going to try and make it out. You can just rack the small win, right, and do it all over again. You can rack a small win, go back out there again at 330, or 320 rather, and just try it again. It worked once, why not work a second time? Just repeat the bet at the same level, almost like today, right? 2 hits and down, 2 hits and down, 2 hits and down, no pressing, just rinse and repeat. That's an option for you too. You can rack it all and get the hell out of here, or you can work at the new level and even power press that new level and get aggressive with it. And that's what I'm going to show you today, the options that we've got. So I'm going to switch over to the screen back over there and show you sort of how that looks, okay? Give me a second here to switch my monitor over, and we'll get that rolling. Let's see, it's going to be that one. Nope, it's going to be this screen here. And while I'm going here, I want to do this really quick because forgive me here for a second, but I'm going to take a little diversion because I want to make sure I don't forget to do this. We have hopefully no echo here. Let's pause that. All right. Old number 7 asked me to do this poll, and I'm going to go ahead and do this poll here. So we're going to make a poll that says this. What does the ATS pay? And I'm going to basically ask this question for 2 reasons. 1, because Bob asked me to. 2 is Vince is doing a series on these kind of side bets. So what does your ATS pay? And I'm going to put just the top one, 175 to 1 as option 1, or 150 to 1 as option 2. We're going to ask you all that in chat. Just tell me what your casinos that you frequent are paying and what are you seeing out there. I'll tell you this, I've said this before, I hate the ATS. Like, I know people make money with it. I've seen people make money with it. In fact, if you go to Facebook or Reddit or wherever else, every trip report, guy showing his porn, right? Guy's got, you see this all the time, right? You see this kind of shit. The guy's like, I'm in for $150 and I won all this money, right? And how did you do it? It's always the ATS. Nobody wins on freaking strategy anymore. Nobody wins by playing the game. They're winning by hitting home runs and getting lucky, right? So now we're seeing this trend of the casinos screwing you on the ATS, right? Now they're going from 175 to 150. That's an enormous house edge change, okay? It was a terrible house edge bet to start with. Now it's awful, right? And I'll tell you this, a casino that does the 150 for 1 on the ATS, even though I don't really play the ATS, when I see that, I'll bet you a paycheck on this, that in here, these bets here are going to be less, right? You're not going to get paid 30 to 1 or 31 for 1 on the aces in the midnight. You're going to be getting paid 30 for 1 or 29 to 1. They're going to screw you for an extra buck in here, probably in your hard ways as well. The casinos that go from 175 to 150 up on the ATS, I guarantee you are also screwing you here in the box or in the props. Now again, you can debate whether prop bets are good or bad all you want to. I don't really care about that. But again, it's a predatory thing. When they go from 175 and 35 to 150 and 30 on the ATS, and they go from 31 for 1 to 30 for 1, that's a screw job. That takes a really bad bet and makes it even worse. That's going to be your strip. That's going to be Harrah's, Caesars. All those properties are doing this kind of crap in Vegas. I would never play craps on the strip, right? Unless I had to, right? I know Paris doesn't do that. I'll play there. I know Bellagio's not doing that. I'll play there. But the other ones, forget it. There's no way I'm giving up extra money. I'm not a house edge quote unquote player, but there's no way I'm going to feed a beast that's being predatory like that. That's crap. So anyway, that's my opinion on that. I'd love to see what your thoughts are in the chat and also on the poll. Anyway, here we go. Let's go out 320. Okay, my new favorite betting amount, 320. I love my 750, but I'm a teacher and I don't make enough money to go out and put 750 across every single time, but I can do 320, okay? Now here's gonna be the thing. You can play this 320 any way you want to. Okay, I'm gonna play it today wedge style. Okay, the wedge strategy, remember, is we're gonna be protecting our guys, right? Here's the runner. We're gonna basically use the 4 and 10, the 5 and 9 as a shield to protect our inside bets like a tip of a spear, okay? Let's go ahead and roll. I'm gonna simulate a roll. I wanna show you kind of the decision point. I wanna get to the decision point. So let's say we roll, there's a 9. Okay, 9 pays, I need some greens here. 9's gonna pay us $70. And what we do We pull the 4 and 10 down by 1 unit each. So we're making the tip of our spear a little bit stronger. Now I can press, of course, in here and make different decisions, but we brought back 120 bucks off that first hit. Let's get a non-7 here. There's a 8, that's fantastic. That pays 70 bucks, 50, 60, 70. Same thing. Okay, there's 100. We're gonna pull the 5 and 9 down. There's our second 100, and there's our second 20. So again, the wedge strategy pulls back as we win. Let's get one more roll. Hopefully it's a non-7. There's a 4. Okay, 4 pays 50 bucks. We're not gonna do the vig, so 50 bucks coming back. 6 and 8 get reduced down. There's 300 and 20. In this case, we've got a little profit. This is our phase 2, right? Phase 1 and phase 2 work kind of hand in hand, right? Phase 1 gets you out of the hand. Phase 2 says show minimal profit or a baseline profit. So here we are, we're at phase 2. Phase 2 says I've made 160, 170, 180, 190 in profit. By wedging myself down, I protected my bankroll, that's phase 1, right? I've locked up a nice little profit. That's phase 2. Now in phase 3, we say, what are we gonna do in phase 3? Are we gonna pull this down and be happy with the 190 profit? 190, by the way, in 3 rolls, that's fire. I say all the time, my life is all about getting me 3 rolls, right? If I can get that over and over and over again, I'm stoked about that. But here's your decision making. Here's your question, okay? You can stay here and run this up to black. Now you're gonna go for the home run. You could rack it, take 190 and walk away. You could rack this, maybe take 150 and play with the short stack, right? Or, again, you could go ahead and do this. Now check, this is an option that I kind of like. I take my 320 that I started with, I'm gonna take another 100 out of that. I'm gonna go back out again. I'm sorry, 150 out of that. We're gonna go back out again at 320, but check this out. We'll do the same exact thing, the same exact way, but from a position of power. We're at 320 and it cost us 150 to get there. You see what I'm saying? This is the repeat option that we don't talk about very often, but we regressed ourselves down, reinvested half of our initial. So now we're out here at 320 for 160. And we're back out at a huge, nice, playable level where we can make decisions from here, right? That's an interesting way to approach it. I still have locked up 150. There's 160, right? Not profit, it's reinvested out there, but we got a double-sized bet for half the risk. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And if we can repeat the process in here, now we're gonna be in great shape. So that's the repeat option. The other option I was exploring was not to repeat, but to go in hard and like really get after some different strategy and say, yeah, let's do it like, let's power press almost by double and get out there for something really insane, like 660. And I was doing this in the rolls last night, and making this look like 660 from your winnings is possible. You have to take all your winnings to get out there and make it happen. But we have to actually dip in a little bit to make it work, but I'll show you how it works. I have an extra 100 bucks here for this purpose. There's 150. There's 180. There's 180. And here is 150. Now I've emptied my rack, right? I'm out here at 660. My cost to be at the 660 is 500 because I'm taking, or a little less than 500. I'm taking the 160 that I profited, or the 190 I profited off the first round, using all that profit plus a little bit extra to get to a higher level, totally different bet. Now I've got 660 out here, but my cost for the 660 bet is about half of the 660, depending on which numbers it would have rolled in the first phase. Now I've gone way up, right? And I'm gonna take 2 more hits in here and be out with a $700 profit if we can do it. So I'm gonna show you a couple ways to get through that. We're gonna play it out And I'll basically take the rolls that we have, and we'll show you the differences in how it works out. So let me clear the board here, and we'll go back out there for 320. And let's look at a few play options that we've got. Let me get this here. All right, so there's 320 out there. I'm gonna put 200 bucks in my rack as buffer money. So if I need a power press from 200, I can do that. Let's get a little bit of a roll, and I'm gonna reset Crapsee here. Actually, I'm not gonna reset, I'm just gonna play it. So I'll log into Crapsee as we go here. I got about maybe 10 minutes or so of rolling that we can do. Let's get back to the random tracker. All right, here we go. Puck is gonna be off. Let's get a couple of rolls in and see if we can even get there. And I'm gonna play the wedge. I'm gonna play what's called an aggressive wedge because I'm gonna be a complete degen today. But I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. It's gonna be a 5-4-9. If you get your bets in, 5-4-9. Okay, that's gonna be our new point. Boom. All right, get your bets in. 5-4-9. Looking for 3 wedge hits, right? And I'm gonna take the wedge, and we're gonna reduce the 4 and 10, but we're gonna power up everything else in the inside. Instead of pulling back and being safe, we're gonna be more aggressive with it, so the 660 gets paid for more from profit. Here we go. Let's just avoid you know what as we go. 6-4-10. That's a good result. 6-4-10. 6 and a 4. That's 10 all day. That's going to pay us 100 bucks. Again, not going to do with VIG today, but it pays 100 bucks. What I'm going to do with that, we're going to pull those back to a quarter. And now I've got 150 that I can play with out here. All right. What we're going to do here is this. I'm going to make the 5 and 9 both look like 75 bucks. I'm going to make the 6 and the 8 both look like 120. Now I'm going to have to take money on my rack to do that, but we're going to press them up. I'm going to take 20 bucks out of my rack. Get a quarter. Make them look like 120. Get $5 and change. Okay, so now I'm into this roll now for 340, not 320, but to make the bets right, it's a choice that I made. All right, we're gonna accept that rebuy. All right, here we go. Did I log that in? Did I log it in? Oh, it was a 10. Yeah, I did. The roll tracker's got it. Cool, here we go. Roll 2. Remember, 3 rolls to glory here, right? We just gotta avoid disaster. 5-1-6. 5-1-6. I want to get to the point. Hopefully we can do it here so we can talk about what's happening next. 5-1-6. There's a 5-1-6. And again, with the 120, that's a fatty. It pays 140. Okay. We're going to pull the 5 and 9 again back down. One more level. They're going to go down to a quarter. And we're going to hammer the 6 and 8 here. We're going to make the 6 and 8 look like a whole lot of money if we can. We're going to try and kind of pyramid ourselves up here. There's going to be 100. There's 100. We'll go to 240. There's 25. There's 40. There's 240, 240. We invested 100% of the win. Look at us go. Okay. One more shot here. I said it out loud. One more of those of anything on the box, and we're going to be in okay shape. There we go. 6-3-9. Wedge did a job. 6 and a 3. That's a 9. That's a 6-3-9. Pays 35 bucks. Now, I would have loved it if it was one of the 6 or 8. That would have been the way to end this thing. But we're at $35 there, and now we have to look at where we are. Okay, how close am I to where I want to play, which is that 660. Okay, let's take the reds and make it a green. We should be darn close to it. Okay, if I want to go to $20 or 200 bucks on the 5 and 9, we have to drop from our rack a little bit extra for the 6 and the 8. We didn't hit if you hit the 6 and 8 on the end, that's actually where you want to be. All right, we're going to be at 200. I'm sorry, it's 180, not 200, 180. So 180 here. Bad math, John, sorry. And 150. 100 bucks in the rack still. So we're at 660, and our cost is just over 400 bucks. because we took our wins and we pressed them in, and now we switch strategies. So you're gonna go way up. My other option is to bring all this back, because what I got out here is 660 plus 105, right? That press up move that we did in the middle to get here, right? What does that profit look like? I'll just set it up for you, 300. I'll do 350. We are actually out there for 340, but there's 350, and we still have 100, 200, $305 out here. So you actually go to $305 profit. This was coming from the rack anyway. So you have choices at phase 3. Here, we're gonna do this really aggressive, crazy kind of, let's build this thing up as high as humanly possible while we have the chance to. Okay, take advantage of that hot roll. Okay, so 3 hits, we got to 660. Let's get 2 more hits, make our money, and get the hell out of Dodge, right? Ah, man, 1, 2, 3, wasted roll, wasted roll. 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. Come on, baby, let's do this. Give me some money. Oh, there we go. Give me some money. Get your bets in, guys. It's a 5-3. 5, 3, 8. That's great. And you know how the 660 works, right? 180 pays 210. We're gonna drop 10 bucks out of our rack. I'm light a nickel. I'm just gonna borrow a nickel from my neighbor because I don't wanna make change for the 100. We're gonna press by 210. We're gonna press all the way up to 880. That means 200 bucks on the 5 and 9. That means 100 there. Sorry for the confusion. There's 100 here. 240 on the 6 and 8. So we're at 880. We went from 660 to 880. This 880 out here cost us 400 bucks. We're out here at this huge level, but it's only half of this is from our rack at risk. Okay, here's the money shot. Can we get our 5th one? Nope, we got a 6. This happened to me last night too. Hit the ends. 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. All right, let's go. Let's make it happen. Make it rain, baby. Let's make it rain, old Johnny. Come on. Freaking believe it. Same thing happened to me last night. I need that one more inside hit, and we're getting all the outside stuff. 3, 1, 4. 3, 1. 3, 1. Come on. Here we go. Money shot. Money shot. Yes, sir. 639. Check this out, folks. 639. Let's log her in. 6 and a 3. Boom. That's going to pay 280 bucks. Okay. Let's bring everything back. I'm going to bring the whole rack back to where it started with, okay? So you can see, how did we do with this crazy play? We started out with 320. My rack had an additional 200 bucks in it that I used to make that first move. So there's coming back to the rack, 320. Actually, $10 more because I had to drop in 10. I borrowed $5 from my neighbor. We'll put that back. Okay, so my rack is where I started. 320 plus 200 plus the extra 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 725 bucks in 5 rolls. Okay, that's a power move versus the regress move, right? My first choice from 320 to 160 was to rack 190. That's option 1. Take your money and rack it, man. That's a huge profit off of 320. Okay, if you're already in big profit, this is a power move that you can make to get to 880 for about 400 bucks, right? Which is still a lot of money, but if you're already in profit, like right now, if I got the 700 bucks in profit, if I do this same play again, you can be damn sure I'm going for this a second time, right? Because that 400 bucks becomes risk-free. That's an interesting way to play your phase 3. And I think phase 3 is the time that I would say you can be, quote unquote, degenerate or aggressive. It's the one time that you can do that. In phase 1, you don't go out there for 160 and try and go for a home run out of the gate. You go out there for 320 like we did, get it to 160, lock a profit, now you make a call. What am I gonna do here? Right, today, hyper aggressive. but we could have been conservative early and just pulled back that 190. That's a sweet win. That 190, turning 320 to 190 in 3 rolls is sweet. That's a sweet victory right there. When you can do that, man, that's great stuff. So anyway, there's food for thought again. I want you to think about your 3 phases, whatever they are, right? Get even, show a little profit, then you're gonna make your profit play. Your profit play. Today's profit play was hyper aggressive. And again, it's only 5 hits, right? It's 3 hits from 320, 2 hits on the inside, and you're at $700 in profit from that level. It's actually not that insane. You don't need a 20 roller to make a few $100. So super, super fun. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, I have gone further than the screen. Thanks, man. I finally made money on myself. Woo! And I want you to really understand this. Let me go back to this other screen here before I go to work. Let's see. We're going to go back to this screen. Nope, that's the wrong one. That screen. There we go. I want you to really think about what I talk about here. And I mean this in the most teachery kind of way that I can make it, right? I don't care whether the rolls are, if I'm at 32 across on a $5 table or if I'm at 320 across and I'm working it this way here, it's all about the pattern, right? It's all about the pattern of your betting. It's not about the amounts. It's not about being a degen and going in for 880. That could very easily have been 32 across into 66 to 88 and making $70 in profit. At the lower levels, it's removing zeros and it's just moving things around. It's all the same. It's all relative. It's about style. It's about play style. And it's about knowing when you can go and knowing when you should pull back, right? That phase 3, when we're locked in profit, is when you make your call. And again, that call I think is made based on bankroll. If I'm doing well in the bank, if I got some profit in there, I can be aggressive like that. If I don't, then I have to build up, then I don't do that. I pull back to 190. I think it's situational. I think when you're making your strategies, it's not a blanket statement of, oh, okay, every time we do this, we're gonna go to the ceiling. No, you gotta make it situational. You gotta look at where you are, and that's gonna make your call. In fact, in the 320, if I had gone, let's say we hit the 4 and 10, right? We pressed the 5 and 9 and the 6 and 8, and hit a 4 or a 10 again for a measly win. Okay, press up the 6 and 8 again. If I had a 4 or 10 again, or a 5 or a 9 again, and we're making $35, my profit after phase 2 is like $15. It's not 190. It's going to be like $50 probably. That changes the way you play phase 3. If you get crappy hits on the way to it, you got a shorter stack to be aggressive with, and I think you got to play that in there as well. So that's where your brain comes into play, and that's where your feel comes into play. You just got to know where you are. Maybe tomorrow we'll do it a little bit more and kind of get a sense of like, what does it look like, that same play, if you didn't get the 6 and 8 to pay you 240 like we did the one time. All right. Anyway, there we go. Well, I'm gonna check chat real quick, make sure that I'm not missing any questions or whatever. So let's see. We already addressed Greg's controlled random thing. Yeah, I love 3 hits and down for light side. It's great. It's hard to get there. It's hard to, you see me, right? How many times I failed to get 3 rolls? It's hard. Now, my controlled shooting time is 100% based on 3 hits. I'm looking for 3, right? If I can get 3, I'm looking for 5. That's it, right? I don't have this big sense of greed that I need to have 20 rolls. If I get 20 rolls, fantastic, but that's not always my pure goal there. So, all right. Let's see, Skill says the Casino Queen plays 175. Triple field, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let me look at the actual poll results. I'll read them to you. Can you guys see the poll results in chat? Can you answer me that? Or can only I see them? I'll give you a second to respond to that. But I think, for some reason, I feel like only I can see them. The results are, wow. It's 62, well, you can see it. 62% are 150 to 1. And only 30% are 175. That's crazy. And you know what I wonder, honestly, is I think we all know this. I think the actual make the small, make the tall, make them all, the actual bet is owned and licensed to casinos by the company that invented it. They're 175 to 1, 35 to 1 payouts. And the casinos pay that company a commission for the bets, right? I don't know if you guys know that or not, but that's the way that works. The casinos that are not paying the licensing fee right? They go to the 150 and 30 because they're not paying that extra commission to the people. I think the casinos are probably making 150 and 30 to 1 after they pay the commission to the other company. That's what I think. And they feel like, well, let's not pay the commission. Let's just put it out there ourselves. And they call it the town bets, uptown, downtown, all around. No commission there. The casino's profiting the exact same money as they would have paid in commission. You as the player are getting screwed on that deal. And that's a shame. So I think that's too bad. But I'm surprised that it's 62% are doing the 150 now. I don't play it. I don't play it anyway. If you watch my 1,200 rolls at night, those of you who have watched it, I've hit the ATS twice out of 1,200 rolls. And I think it's 220 shooters. I've hit it twice. I've hit the repeater bets on the 4, 10, 5, 6, 8, and 9. The repeaters on those numbers, probably 10 or 15 times. The repeater bet's where it's at, not the ATS. So hunt those casinos down if you can throw. All right, y'all, that's it. It's 9:15. Got to go to work and do the thing here. So, yeah, great job, everybody. Thanks for being here. Love all of you. You know I do. I appreciate you. Look for the celebration show at some point. It won't be this week. I too much going on at work. I can't do it. Next week I'm out. When I come back, we'll do something special and hang out. Tomorrow night, Friday Night Fights. Tomorrow morning, Friday Follies. Tonight, more rollouts. Wow, a lot of craps. I think Jeff's going live a couple times today, like he always does. Jeff, by the way, becoming one hell of a good dealer. Jeff and AZ are like dealing like 9 people at a time now, not making mistakes. Hats off to both of you guys. You're all doing great. Support the community, guys. Get out there and look at Old Bay Craps channel. Look at Crooked River Craps, Midmo Yo, Texas Crap Shooters. Get on all these channels. They're here with us every day talking to you in chat. Get on their channels. On Point Craps, Sideshow Gamble. Come on, guys. Spread the word. Share their channels to your friends. Let's get these guys boosted up. And they have a lot of great things to say. I'm really loving TCS right now. Alfredo's awesome. He's got a great mind, says great things, makes good sense, speaks well. Get on his channel. I'm learning a lot just by watching him throw every night. So get out there, do your thing, guys. I will see y'all tonight, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow night. Johnny out. See you later.